your girl Clemens. I'm from Big Empress Energy. I'm sending you beautiful, bountiful blessings. Stay open to receiving them. Mis amores, it's your girl Clemens. I record energy and people to build. And this is our stars and chords. Okay, it's a new series that came to me. Okay, Spirit said we need to go into the week ahead. We're gonna tap more into astrology in this episode of Stars and Chords, okay? And I'm going to be getting into what to expect for the week of January 17th to the 23rd, okay? Now, as a lot of y'all know, on that day, on January 17th, we have a full moon happening in Cancer. Now, the moon loves to be in Cancer, okay? It is its rulership. Hold up. Oh no. And so this is going to be a very favorable full moon. A lot of things coming to the surface. A lot of things. While we have Mercury also stationing retrograde, which is today, a lot of things could be breaking, child. Okay. Mercury is retrograde today till February 3rd. Okay, so nothing to fear here. Nothing to fear here when Mercury is in retrograde. It's a beautiful time to really just put the brakes on some things. Okay, review, revise, revisit. All right, a lot of things at this time. It's going to be retrograding in Aquarius. Okay, and it's interesting because we're about to go into Aquarius season. Better wait. Okay, better wait. Hold up. We're going into Aquarius season on the 19th. Okay, so that's going to be happening on Wednesday, January 19th. The sun moves into Aquarius, okay, at 9:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything I'm going to be doing is Eastern Standard Time because I'm in New York. Adjust the time zones to you, okay, if you're called to do so. All right, so let us start with that, but that's also happening in this week. I want to kind of fast forward into next week and kind of peer into it. I'm also going to be going into all the signs and giving a little bit of what to expect, how the full moon is going to be impacting you based on where it's falling in your charts. Okay, so this full moon in Cancer happening at 27 degrees. This is a Gemini degree. Okay, so this is it's like happening in a Gemini energy, and Gemini is about communication. Okay, and communication could be a little bit shoddy right now with Mercury in retrograde. Really important to slow down and to watch your words at this time. Okay, especially the full moon, people might say something that's really deep and hidden within them. Okay, that's been kind of like sitting and germinating for a long time. A lot of things gonna be revealed. We're gonna be like, oh, that's how you feel. Oh, that's how you feel. Okay, that's really the energy. Because the full moon is going to be opposite Pluto. Now we have the sun conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. This happens once a year where they meet up, these two powerful luminaries. Okay, so the sun is like our ego, it's our self. Okay, and it's going to be next to Pluto, the planet of death, the planet of rebirth, the planet of transformation. And this planet also gives us obsessions. Okay, so we could be getting a little bit obsessive as well in the mind or about how we want to communicate with people. Don't blow up anybody's phone. Don't blow up anybody's inbox. They're going to get to you when they need to get to you. Okay. So it will be a very intense full moon. Full moons are always a time in which case we feel a lot of emotions. Okay, emotions coming and peeking to the top. This is also known as a wolf moon. Now, all the moons got their names back in the days, okay, when people lived more of that farmer lifestyle, okay, that indigenous lifestyle. And they would hear wolves howling in the dead of winter because they starving. Okay, that's why it's called the wolf moon. And it is happening. It's a very cold time. Okay, but with this energy, it's like that classic, like quintessential full moon where you have the wolf howling at the moon. In this time, our instincts are going to be taking over. Now, Pluto also rules death. There's might be physical death or more of a metaphysical death where we're kind of transmuting our old self into our new self. Now, the new version of you is going to require new habits from you. Okay. So this full moon is really a time to tie up any loose ends and wrap up anything that is no longer serving you putting it out into the fire, burning it and not looking back, my love. Okay. I'm going to be looking at the notes that I have written before I went live and going into as well how it's going to be impacting every sign. Okay. This Pluto energy is going to be bringing in intensity to the full moon. Okay. It's going to be bringing in intensity, and it's also going to be giving us this energy of some people are going to be wanting to escape. Okay. They're going to want to kind of maybe avoid something, but this is not the aligned path. This is kind of a time where you want to face something head on, okay? Because you want to feel as comfortable as possible. Cancer is the sign of that comfort, home, nurturing energy. We could also be getting a lot because it's going to be very emotional and Pluto's going to be shining a light. Nothing can hide when the sun and Pluto are coming together, okay? Nothing can hide. This could be your secrets, other people's secrets, how you really feel, things that maybe you had been ignoring but are resurfacing, are going to be coming up, especially because like the next day we have on February 18th, we're going to be having Uranus stationing direct. It was retrograde from August 19th of 2021. So anything that maybe you had kind of buried under the surface at the end of the summer could also be coming up at this time during this full moon. Okay, so kind of look back and think about that time in August. Okay, the end of August. Okay, we could be getting a lot of those emotional aha moments. Okay, Cancer also, this energy rules like crying and release. With this full moon we could be crying a lot more, or things like could be a little bit emotional, tear jerker type of energy. Okay, so I do want to get into how it's going to be impacting all of the signs. Now this is based on your rising sign. Okay, so really go with your rising sign, but you could also go with your sun sign as well. Okay, if you have an Aries rising, okay, if you have an Aries rising, this full moon is going to be falling in your fourth house. Okay, and this is the house that is naturally ruled by Cancer in your chart. Okay, so you could be having some issues if you're an Aries rising related to your home or balancing your work, okay, and as well as your home life. There could be some issues coming up around this. Some of you guys who could be going through maybe chest pains or stomach issues as well. Okay, you may be also dealing with toxic family. Okay, toxic family members, because that Pluto energy is going to be activating that toxic family. You want to be compassionate when you talk to them, but also be very, very, very direct. Okay, because when we have this energy, it's like we're having almost this energy where we want to have a sharp tongue with people, but you want to lean into compassion. You want to make people feel comfortable when you're keeping it real. There's a way to keep it real and be rude, and there's a way to keep it real and be compassionate, okay, and really embody here that nurturing Empress energy. Okay, so the Aries risings, this is really be impacting again your fourth house of home, your fourth house of family. Okay, some of you also could be getting a raise or elevated status, because when we have full moon, something is wrapping up, something is culminating. You could be going to the next step in family, home life, as well as if your work is very close, work feels like home to you. It could also be you making work achievements. Okay, for our Taurus risings, this is happening in your third house. This is naturally a Gemini house, and Gemini rules over communication. Okay, so the Taurus rising is really going to be getting a lot of information. You could be talking to a lot of people or wanting to express yourself to a wider range of people. Okay, also with this energy, we're going to be asking Taurus energy, Taurus risings are going to be evaluating how they talk to themselves, how they communicate with their siblings, how they interact with their community. Okay, so Taurus risings are going to be called to kind of communicate in a different way. Maybe you're going to be having one last conversation with somebody, okay? Or like if you kind of been kind of stressing something to somebody, it's like I'm seeing the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's like you got to just tell it like it is. You got to say it like it is, okay? With this full moon happening in your communication house, okay? Some of you guys here could be feeling a little bit more childish or wanting to tap in with your inner child, something you used to like to do as a child, you might want to do around this full moon in Cancer, okay? As well. What else is happening for our Taurus risings? Okay, if you have been working on a creative project, you also may be wrapping that up. Okay, you might be wrapping that up or getting like ideas on how you want to refresh it or rejuvenate it. Okay, as well. For the Gemini risings, we have our full moon happening in your second house. Okay, that is the house that is naturally ruled by Taurus. So for Gemini risings, we are being impacted deeply with our finances. Okay, our money, our security. We could have unexpected things that we have to pay. We could have a lot of money we have to pay. Okay. We could be also dealing with things like taxes or in payment installments, taking out loans, okay, or paying back these loans. Gemini risings, okay, because Taurus. Whoa, what in the Mercury retrograde is happening to me? Okay, because why did this just start happening? Why did my phone just start reading to me this reading? And it's 12:03 here, so it's 123. That was very weird. Also, I'm a Gemini rising, so I felt like that was spirit like, yep, ciao. Okay. So our Gemini risings, okay, we're having a lot of financial issues coming up at this time. We're needing to pay back any bills, pay back loans, spend time where we're going to be wanting to budget things, okay, saving your money for them big expenses, okay, and adjusting your relationship with money, with debts. If anyone owes you money, you could also be getting it around this time. Let's say you lent some money to somebody. I feel like it could be coming around back around to you around this time. Really want to solidify your abundance too, okay? Making sure that you know anything that you give is going to come back to you times 10, okay? So you are abundant. Make sure you're doing affirmations around abundance, okay? For our Cancer risings, this is happening for you in your first house, of course, okay? And this is traditionally the Aries house. Now, your first house, I feel like you guys could be getting a lot of crown chakra activations at this time. You could be getting a lot of headaches during this full moon. And as well, you got to prioritize yourself. A lot of times cancers, you know, they're so nurturing. They are always there for other people. They can take care of other people. But who heals the healer? How have you been taking care of yourself? During this full moon, you may be called to really see how you have to take care of yourself on multiple levels, nurture yourself, okay? And release any toxic patterns or toxic relationships that are taking away from your you time, okay? That are taking away from your you time. Um this is also going to be, you might also be called to kind of want to change the way that you look or present yourself, your clothes, your hair, something like this. Maybe you are, you know, you're very overdue for a massage, you're very overdue for a haircut, you're overdue for a mental health day. Okay, so I really would like my Cancer risings to take this time out for yourself and give yourself what it is that you need, and stop kind of pouring out at an empty cup. Okay, stop pouring from an empty cup. Okay, you could also be getting with this energy of that Pluto opposition. There could be this energy of someone who wants to like take your power away, or there's power struggles in relationships with people and you're kind of needing to call your power back. I feel like someone has kind of taken you for granted and you got to set the tone. Okay, you got to let it people know what time it is. Okay, that's happening for my Cancer risings. It's happening in your first house, the house of self, the house of your personality. Okay. Um, so it's very already important. A lot of things are going to be happening with your relationships because the sun is going to be opposite in your relationship house. So again, those power dynamics in your relationships will be highlighted. Some of you guys will be going through breakups or friendship breakups or reunions with this full moon. Okay, as well. Okay. So, for my Leo risings, this is happening in your 12th house, okay? The house of spirituality, the house of things that is hidden, okay? So with this full moon activating your 12th house, you're going to need to spend a lot of time in isolation, a lot of time alone. You may not be wanting to be around people, okay? Which is not really like you, but that's why you need to give this time for yourself, okay? Some things could be coming into your subconscious, okay? You might also be um culminating things that are related to your spirituality. Let's say you were doing like like daily meditations, okay? Or you're being called to like get back onto your spiritual hygiene, get back onto that spiritual side of your life, okay? Um Again, because this is a house where a lot of hidden things happen and the full moon is happening, something that maybe you weren't paying attention to, a secret could also be coming out, especially for you Leo risings, because anything that was hidden, the sun is going to be shining a light on it. Pluto's going to be shining a light on that as well. Also, my Leo risings are going to need to release any self-sabotaging energies, okay? You really have to build back up your self-esteem around this full moon in Cancer. Okay, in which ways have maybe you been, sabotaging yourself? In which ways have you been not doing the things that you say you want to do? Maybe because you don't feel that confidence in the energy. Maybe you're confident in certain things but not other things, okay? You need to get in with that, okay? I feel like with this energy and the full moon in Cancer is going to be making you closer to yourself, closer to your ancestors, closer to your angels, okay, and the divine, because that's what that 12th house energy represents. Make sure that you guys, my Leo risings, stay on the sober side during this full moon, because you could want to escape more, drink more than usual, or take any substances that could alter your mind. And that's the opposite of what you want to do, okay? You want to kind of purify yourself, okay? Okay, so let's get into Virgo risings. Virgo rising is going to be impacting your 11th house. My Virgo risings, this is your house of community. You could be having a, a party your friend is having, you need to go to, or some sort of event that you're going to be going out to at this time. Also, with this energy, you're going to be coming into culmination in terms of your friendships, because this is like the Aquarius house. Also in terms of humanitarianism, your community, okay, as well. You could be having some issues with your friendships that you're kind of growing out of at this time, friendships that are not reciprocal, that don't give you the same energy that you put into them, is going to be a wrap, okay, my Virgo risings. Also, with this energy, this full moon happening in this house of your community as well, friend, again, any secrets your friends were keeping from you are going to be revealed. Your community was holding out from you. Some also, what I'm seeing is like jealousy being revealed, okay? Some sort of jealousy is coming out. This could be you or a friend of yours, someone you're close to. So it's like what I'm seeing is someone who makes a joke, but there's truth in their joke. They're not really joking. You know what I'm saying? There's always a hidden truth in these jokes. That's what you need to know. Okay. As well. So you guys could be going through friendship breakups, okay, friendship changes, or some of you guys will see friends that you haven't seen in a long time, or hear from friends that you haven't heard of from a long time. Okay. Another thing, some of you guys are going to want to volunteer more of your time to people or a situation that you're close to. This is the house of like being an advocate for something, an activist for something, a humanitarian as well. Some of you guys might be making lifestyle changes. You might want to be going green. Okay. You might want to be going vegan, vegetarian, or something like this. Okay. So now we're going into Libra. Libra rising, okay? Libra rising, this full moon is going to be activating your 10th house, okay? Whew. I love the 10th house. Okay. This is like that boss house. This is a baller house. Okay. So with you guys, you could be getting some activations or culminations happening in terms of work and your career. Okay. There could also be some sort of, people maybe in your workplace bothering you, questioning you, okay, getting on your nerves more than usual as well. This is also the house in which case like how people perceive us in our career, in our community. So some people might be questioning, your motives, your authenticity as well. My Libra risings, they might be questioning what you bring to the table, and you're gonna have to be like, mommy, papi, I am the table. Okay, don't mess with me. Okay. That's what's happening for you. Guys could be going through a career shift where, one career didn't really work out for you. So you want to explore other careers or get a side hustle, another job going on as well for you, Libra risings. Because again, this is your career house. This is happening in the house that's ruled by Capricorn. Okay. Libras, okay. Also Libra, something that you have done maybe in private could come out into the public. So like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting the energy of someone who like maybe cheated on a test. It could come out. Something that you did in private could come out into the public at this time as well. Because the full moons are illuminating those secrets, okay? And it's going to be in that energy. Oh my God, these comments are really funny. Okay. Let's get into Scorpio rising. Okay. Scorpio rising happening in this full moon is happening in your 9th house. This is your Sagittarius house. This is a house of higher learning and wisdom and exploration. So you guys could be, wanting to study something. Okay. And like wrapping up your studies with something, culminating, like if you were researching something, you might be, ending your research at this time, wanting to share your results with something or somebody as well. You guys could be wanting to get a spiritual coach, or you had just spent time with a spiritual coach, someone who's going to be helping you to expand your philosophies on life, the way that you look at life. This is going to be a good full moon to kind of explore or reevaluate if the things that resonated with you before are still kind of resonating with you in the terms of your spirituality and higher wisdom. Okay. Some of you guys could be getting breakthroughs as well, spiritual breakthroughs. Making sure that you're nourishing yourself. That's that full moon energy. Okay. Making sure you're nourishing yourself, taking time for your own studies to learn more, to expand more. Okay. You guys could also, like, I feel like what I'm seeing for Scorpio is like you're kind of evaluating your spirituality. You're kind of evaluating your philosophies, seeing if they're still resonating with you or not. Okay. Some of you guys could be also graduating from a program, something that you studied from, or wrapping something up that you were studying. This could be independent study, as well. I feel like with this energy, some of you guys are going to be transforming the way that you look at something, that transforming, like, I feel like you're going to be less judgmental towards your enemies or your frenemies. You're going to have more comfort and compassion for them. Okay. So that's what's going to be going down for my Scorpio risings. This is happening in your 9th house. Okay. I'm trying to see if anything else coming to me. Okay. Some of you guys could also be wanting to travel, okay? Or if you were traveling, you could be coming back home at this time. If you were abroad, you could be coming back home during this full moon in Cancer, or you could be planning a trip, okay, to go visit something or go abroad to a place maybe that feels like home. Some of you guys could be also, if you don't live by your hometown, you might be visiting your hometown, okay? We have Sagittarius rising next. Sagittarius rising. This full moon is happening in your 8th house, okay? Oh, so with this happening in your 8th house, and then opposite that, you have Pluto, a lot of trauma could be coming to the surface. Like things that you have buried could be coming back up. Okay. Things that you wanted to avoid could be coming up. Things also related to the 8th house are death, taxes, okay, other people's properties, things that you get, or other people's money, things that you get from other people. Okay. I feel like with this, some of you guys, if you need help, this is a time to ask for help. If you need a loan, this is the time to get the loan. Okay. You could also be getting your approval for a loan. Also with this energy, especially because we're going to be opposite Pluto, you could be facing a loss of some kind. This could be like a financial loss, okay, a personal loss, a loss that maybe someone close to you had, because this has to do with other people next to you. So it could be a loss your partner has, a loss your mother has, okay, that you're going to have to deal with as well. Okay, make sure you Sagittarius rising are prioritizing your mental health, okay? Because it's going to be very trying on your spirituality, and you could get into like that energy of almost like depression, or not feeling like something is going to be um working out for you in your highest and best. So make sure you're doing things to keep yourself stimulated, okay? Mentally or physically, okay? As well. This could be going out on walks, appreciating nature. You know, some of you guys could be spending more time with your pets. Woo! Okay, Capricorn rising. This full moon is impacting your 7th house. Okay, so with it impacting your 7th house, this is a house that is ruled by Libra. It's your relationship house. Okay, so this is also going to be. Oh, okay. Activating those relationships that are closest to you. This could be romantic. It doesn't have to be. It could be platonic. It can be familial. Okay. But with this energy, you are going to have to you're going to be seeing things about your partners that maybe you haven't seen before, or people that are close to you that you haven't seen before. They might need your energy or attention more than usual. You might need to give to them more than usual. Okay. Also, Pluto opposite this is going to be showing you what relationships close to you are toxic. Okay, now just because a relationship is toxic, it doesn't mean that that person is toxic. You could be the toxic one. Yeah, both could be toxic. It doesn't mean you have to throw away the relationship, but you can adopt healthy mechanisms. You can practice healthy relationship mechanisms, and part of that is not putting all of your, like, I feel like eggs in a basket, not putting all of your, not letting what someone says ruin your day. Okay. Let's say you say, I'm gonna do this, and your partner's like, yeah, right. You know, let's say you're like, I'm gonna cook this. Your partner's like, you can't even cook an egg. You don't let it trigger you. Don't let it trigger you. Your partner's going through a lot right now. So don't let that trigger you. Staying in yourself is going to be very, very powerful. Okay. Also, you guys could be wanting to change your physical appearance. I would say kind of wait. Okay. You know, think of it, but don't actually do it. Okay. I don't know why that also came to me, but that did. Okay, Aquarius risings. This is impacting your 6th house. Your 6th house is your Virgo house. Okay. Virgo rules your daily habits. So a lot of you guys are going to be called to see how have your daily habits been working for you, and how have they been kind of stifling you or not serving you. You may need to change daily habits. You may need to change your routine, change your schedule. Okay. You may feel like you've been giving yourself the same excuse for so long. You're tired of it. You're like, you know what? I can make time for this if it's worth it, if I align with it. Okay. Um, Also, some of you guys might want to evaluate your health, the healthy choices you've been making in your life, because this also rules over health. Some of you guys could also be getting, you know, with this energy, you could be feeling a little bit under the weather, or feeling a little bit tired or lethargic, because your health is being highlighted. You need to make some adjustments to your health. Okay. so that you're feeling more clear minded after this. Okay, Aquarius rising. So you got to shift your schedule and shift your health. Okay. Now let's get into Pisces rising. Okay. Last sign in the zodiac. If I did, I might have missed your sign. You're going to have to go back. If you are watching this, if you can also comment the timestamps, that would be amazing. Okay. Pisces risings. This is happening in your fifth house. The fifth house is your Leo house. Okay. So this is activating your inner child. Okay. This could also be giving you a boost of creativity. Okay. This is also a fertile energy. Pisces rising. You could be very fertile at this time. Also, your romance and your sex life as well could be getting a little bit of a boost. Okay. You could have really good sexual encounters, I'm seeing too. As well, you could also be wrapping up a creative project at this time or creative interest. Okay. Make sure you're investing time for your inner child with this full moon in Cancer, nurturing yourself, doing things that really feel good to your inner child. Your inner child doesn't have to be 5 or 6 years old. Also could be your 15-year-old self, your 16-year-old self. Okay. As well, you guys could feel like if you had a creative block, you're going to get a lot of creative answers around this full moon. So stay open to that. And you could get the most creative energy when you allow yourself to play, when you allow yourself like to even be around people who bring out that playful and fun energy in you. It's going to enhance your creative juices, your creative flow as well. Okay. So that was all the signs, all the rising signs, where the full moon's going to be impacting you. Okay. Besides that, this week, besides that full moon happening on January 17th at 27 degrees at 6:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, we have Uranus going direct on January 18th. Okay. And with that, that's the outer planet. So we're not gonna feel it as much. We don't really feel the outer planets as much, okay, as we do the personal planets. Okay. But this is going to be really good. We also have the North Node moving into Taurus on January 18th. Now, the nodes point us in where we're going. The nodes is not it's not a planets, okay? It's more of a calculation of where the moon is. And we use this to kind of see where the collective is going and where it's been. So we're going to be dealing with the themes that are related to the Taurus Scorpio axis, okay? Taurus is, money, materialism. Taurus is also going to be activating the food, okay? Cows, okay, as well, because the Taurus is the bull. So it could be, something is happening with the cows or the bulls during the next 18 months. And Scorpio being the North Node, secrets could be revealed around power, around powerful people, sexual secrets as well. Taxes, oil, research. A lot of people could be, doing research or getting into astrology and occult like things as well. This is going to be a theme for 18 months. Okay. So the North Node's going to stay there. Then we have on January 23rd, the sun is going to be conjunct Mercury. Okay. Now, Mercury is going to be retrograde at this time. So it's going to be a time where we're going to be getting a lot of messages happening. Okay. We're going to be talking to a lot more people. We're going to have a lot more conversations. Your phone's going to be ringing off the hook. This is a good time also for networking, for delegating, for, let's say you need something. Closed mouths don't get fed. You need to really communicate at this time. Okay, when the sun is conjunct Mercury retrograde. Also, we could be getting, as well, any technology glitches or anything like this. Make sure that you are slowing down, not just saying the first thing that comes to you. Okay. Also, Taurus energy, yes, it's related to food. Okay, so we're gonna have to watch our food at this time for the next 18 months, where it's coming from. It's going to be best, and I mean, this is always the truth, to eat locally and sustainably, but more so now because the food could be getting very contaminated during this time. Okay, is what I'm seeing. As well. So that is basically the week. Okay, that is basically the week that we're going into here, January 17th to the 23rd. Okay, we have the moon in Cancer on Monday. It moves into Leo on Monday as well at 11:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it stays in Leo until Thursday. Okay. And then on Thursday, it enters Virgo in the morning and it stays in Virgo until Saturday when it enters Libra. Okay. So that's basically what is going on. With that energy here, we're going to be getting more, creativity, okay, and organizing ourselves around our creativity. All right. So, my loves, what I'm going to do right now is pull a cord for the week ahead. Yes, you guys, if you need to look at your birth chart, AstroSeek, astro.com, astrotheme.com, just look up your birth chart. It really is simple to do once you just use a search engine. We have Remy Ma, okay? Remy Ma coming in. I love me some Remy Ma. This says courage, okay? So for this week, we need to embody courage, okay? Because we could also be getting people wanting to trick you into fear, people wanting to have power struggles with you, okay? You have to have the courage, like, I'm conceited, I got a reason, okay? That's a Remy Ma song for you, okay? So really getting more comfortable in your skin, feeling more attractive too in your own skin, doing something like that is going to be helping you here to have the courage to keep it real, okay? Have the courage to keep it real. Telling people how you feel. I'm pulling oracle cards for this. Woo! We also have stay away from drama today, okay? The full moon coming is going to be bringing some drama, okay? But you don't have to feed the demons. You don't have to feed the drama, okay? Stay away from drama today. Some of you guys too might want to go to the ocean if you can. Go to the water, could be calming you. Give offerings to your water deities, your water goddesses as well, because things are going to be emotional. It's a full moon in Cancer, okay? Pero you are in control of how you respond, okay? Yeah, just cry. Just cry when we have the full moon in Cancer. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna have a lot of people crying, or people could be crying to you, okay? Let yourself feel them feelings. So yeah, no, I'm also having a collective candle Reiki Big Empress energy activation on the 17th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested, tap in, my loves. Go on my website, bigempressenergyllc.com. Wow, I pulled ship, okay? This ship card from the Winter Lenormand. Okay, so I feel like with this ship energy, we're going to be getting a lot of messages. We're going to need to go with the flow and ride those waves. Okay, ship. Again, this theme of water. Also, we have clover on the bottom. So this could be very lucky for people. You could have a lucky break or get some lucky news as well. This is a collective message, okay? Clover. And what I'm seeing is even if it doesn't seem lucky in the moment, it will be lucky, okay? It will still be a lucky thing for you. I'm going to finish by pulling one more card from the Omi deck. I love this deck. And let me know, this is the first time I'm doing something like this. Let me know if in the comments, if this helped you, if it resonated with you, if you want to see me do these more. Wow. We have soul tie. Okay. Soul tie happening. Ciao. Well, this makes a lot of sense because with Cancer being almost like the mother of the zodiac, and we're going to be getting a lot of energy with the people we have soul ties with. Even if you don't fool with your mother, you have a soul tie with your mother because they brought you into this world. Okay. So we could be getting emotional around our soul ties at this time through this week. Okay. And strengthening our soul ties. Some people could also be, because it's a full moon and they represent kind of endings, you could be cutting cords with someone you had a soul tie with. Okay, so this is going to be a very powerful energy, my loves. Again, comment, let me know if this resonated with you. Share, subscribe, like the video. I truly appreciate all the support. If you're interested, go to my website, bigempressenergyllc.com, for the collective candle Reiki happening on January 17th. I'm sending you guys all my beautiful, bountiful blessings. Stay open to receiving them. Bye.